See the first problem. So in the last classes, I was explained about Fourier sine and cosine transform. If they given the integral to solve that, how to make the solution, right? How to find the solution. So we have integration f of theta cos alpha theta d theta that is equal to 1 minus alpha. Alpha is in between 0 to 1 and 0 whenever alpha is greater than 1. And hence evaluate integration from 0 to infinity sine square t by t square dt. So here you just observe this left side, what we have integration from 0 to infinity f of theta cos alpha theta d theta. And also you just compare with the cosine transform. See, this is what a Fourier cosine transform formula. If you compare the left side of this term and right side of this term are one and the same. Only the difference is in the place of x we have theta there in the given problem. In the place of u we have alpha. In the place of dx we have d theta in the left side in the given problem. So that we can conclude that this function what he has given, it is nothing but Fourier cosine transform he has given. We have to find the value of that. Okay, for fc of u is what this one. So that what we have Fourier cosine transform formula we have. Now what you have to do? You have to convert into what the given problem as it is. You have to convert. To convert that, what I am going to do? In the place of u, I am going to substitute alpha. In the place of x, I am going to substitute theta. So that fc of u becomes what? Fc of alpha, that is equal to integration from 0 to infinity f of theta cos alpha theta d theta. Right side, what we have 1 minus alpha. Alpha is in between 0 to 1. 0 when alpha is greater than 1. Okay. So in the left side we have fc of alpha as it is. Right side what we have 1 minus alpha. Alpha is in between 0 to 1. 0 when is alpha is greater than 1. Now by inverse Fourier cosine transform, because he has given Fourier cosine transform terms. So that's what to evaluate. See that to evaluate, you already know that. Already I told you. Any evaluation comes, we have to apply their inverse. What they are given, their inverse. If they are given cosine transform, their inverse. Inverse Fourier cosine transform I will apply. If they are given sine transform, inverse Fourier sine transform I will apply. So like that. If they are given Fourier transform, then I will apply inverse Fourier transform. So that here also I am going to apply inverse Fourier cosine transform. So that f of x is equal to, you know the formula. What is the formula? F of x is equal to integration 2 by pi integration from 0 to infinity f of fc of alpha, fc of u into cos ux du, right? So, but we are applying here in the place of x as theta, in the place of u as alpha. U becomes alpha, x becomes theta. So that f of theta becomes what? 2 by pi integration from 0 to infinity fc of alpha cos alpha theta d alpha. In the place of dx, in the place of du, I written d alpha. Okay, see that this is what inverse Fourier cosine transform formula, right? X as theta, u as alpha, right? Now 2 by pi, this 0 to infinity there, 0 to infinity, that is bifurcated into two parts. 0 to infinity is bifurcated into two parts. One is 0 to 1, another one is 1 to infinity. 0 to 1 and 1 to infinity. So 2 by pi as it is. Integration from 0 to 1 is there. In the place of f of alpha, in the place of f of alpha can be written as 1 minus alpha. In the place of f of alpha can be written as 1 minus alpha. Why? Because the given fc of alpha here, fc of alpha is this one, given function, fc of alpha. So if alpha is in between 0 to 1, then I can say FC of alpha is 1 minus alpha. And if alpha is greater than 1 and less than infinity, alpha is in between 1 to infinity, then FC of alpha is 0. So 2 by pi integration from 0 to 1, 1 minus alpha cos alpha theta d alpha. We have d alpha. Integrate this. I hope so you are understanding. Any doubt, any questions, you can ask me. Any doubt, anything not understanding, you can ask me. Okay. So 2 by pi as it is, product of two functions here, 1 minus alpha into cos alpha theta d alpha there. Okay. Now, first function 1 minus alpha as it is, integration of cos alpha theta, integration of cos alpha theta, that becomes what? Sin alpha theta divided by what constant? Alpha is not a constant because you are integrating with respect to alpha. So that's the reason I can take theta is a constant. That theta comes to the denominator. So already I told you, while you integrating, very important thing is what you are writing in the denominator. It has to be constant. If you are written some variable in the denominator, that is not the integration. You have done a mistake there. Okay. So be careful while you doing Fourier transform. That confusion arises here. So that's what. Okay. Make sure that what you are writing in the denominator is whether it is constant or variable. If you are written constant, that's okay. If you are written variable, you made a mistake. Okay. You are not integrating properly. Correct? Okay. So sine alpha theta divided by theta minus first term what we have 1 minus alpha. That derivative is what? Minus 1. Already I told you Bernoulli's method. Alternative. One time you differentiate, another time integration. One time differentiation, first function differentiation, second function integration. Like that it will move on. Okay. So first function here 1 minus alpha. Second function here cos alpha theta. Okay. First function 1 minus alpha as it is. Integration of cos alpha theta. Integration of cos alpha theta is sin alpha theta. Theta comes to the denominator. Alternative sign. Start with plus sign. Next minus sign. Derivative of 1 minus alpha. Derivative of 1 minus alpha is minus 1. Integration of sin alpha theta is what? Minus cos alpha theta divided by theta square. So apply the limit. What is the limit? 0 to 1. Alpha is from 0 to 1. Okay. Now, in the place of alpha, you have to substitute. In the place of alpha, you have to substitute the limit. Upper limit. Substitute upper limit in the place of alpha. Alpha value 1. You substitute alpha, put alpha equals 1. So that, yeah, in the next term also, see that 2 by pi as it is, 1 minus alpha sin alpha theta by theta minus cos alpha theta by theta square. You know that. Minus of minus plus, but one more minus sign is there. That's what minus cos alpha theta by theta square. Okay, upper limit if you substitute 1 minus 1 0, 0 into anything 0, minus cos alpha value you are substituting 1, cos theta by theta square, minus lower limit. In the place of alpha you have to put 0, 1 minus 0, 1 in sine 0, 0, minus cos 0 is 1, 1 by theta square. So hence we got minus cos theta by theta square plus 1 by theta square, so that you will get 1 minus cos theta by theta square. What is 1 minus cos theta value? 2 sine square theta by 2 you will get, right? By the half angle formula, you know full angle formula, half angle formula in the trigonometry function. You know the formula for cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta, we have three formulas. That is cos 2 theta is cos square theta minus sine square theta. Cos 2 theta equals 2 sine square theta minus 1. Cos 2 theta is 1 minus cos square, 1 minus 2 cos square theta, right? So three formulas are there for cos 2 theta. Using that, I can, we have 1 minus cos theta value is 2 sine square theta by 2. In the place of theta, I can put theta by 2. So that's what we got. 1 minus cos theta is 2 sine square theta by 2. Okay, so finally we got 2 by pi outside there. So that f of theta value, see that f of theta value. What is that f of theta value? 4 by pi of sine square theta by 2 divided by theta square. This is what f of theta. This is what f of theta. So hence we got f of theta value, right? Now we have Fourier cosine transform formula. As we discussed earlier, we have this. So I replaced u as alpha, x as theta. That's what it looks like new form, but it is not a new form. Previous one, Fourier cosine transform as it is there. But I just replaced u as alpha, x as theta. That's it. In the place of see fc of u equal to, you can recheck. Fc of u is equal to integration from 0 to infinity. F of x cos ux dx is there, right? So this is the Fourier cosine transform we have. So in that, from that we can write in the place of f of theta from the inverse Fourier cosine transform we got here. F of theta is 4 by pi sine square theta by 2 divided by theta square. You can substitute here. Okay, in the place of f of theta, cos alpha theta d theta as it is. Okay, so now you just observe here this pi, 1 by pi is there, 1 by pi. Okay, that 1 by pi by cross multiplication I can write pi times fc of alpha. That means a pi into fc of alpha, that is equal to sine square theta by 2 divided by remaining what we have, because pi comes to the left side, right? So that theta square there, in the numerator what we have 4 is there. That 4 comes to the denominator. If it comes to the denominator in the 4, then it can be 1 by 4. In the denominator I can write 1 by 4. Theta square by 4 then. Theta square by 4 can be written as theta by 2 whole square. Cos alpha theta d theta as it is. I repeat, this 4 can be comes to the denominator. Whatever we have in the numerator, I can write it in the denominator as it is, but that reciprocal I can write. 4 can be written as 1 by 4 in the denominator. So theta square by 4 it will be. Theta square by 4 can be written as theta by 2 whole square. Cos alpha theta as it is, d theta. Now by substitution method we can solve this one. We can find the integration of this. So substitute a new variable for theta by 2. Put theta by 2 value is t. What is the d theta? D theta is 2 dt. If theta is 0, then t value is 0. If theta is infinity, then t value is infinity. So that theta from 0 to infinity can also be written as t from 0 to infinity sine square t by t square cos alpha d theta there. Cos alpha I can write as it is, but theta value I can write 2t, because see that theta by 2 is 2, theta by 2 is t. So theta, since theta by 2 is t, I can write theta is 2t. So in the place of theta I can write 2t. D theta value can be written as 2t. Now, 2 can be take outside, and it can become to the cross multiplication, it can becomes to the pi by 2 fc of alpha, that is equal to integration from t from 0 to infinity sine square t by t square cos alpha 2t dt, right? Any doubt, any questions you can ask me. Now, you just observe here in this integration, we have integration with respect to t. We have integration with respect to t, right? So other than t, other than t, whatever we have, other than t, whatever we have, that has to be constant, right? So other than t, what we have, 2 we have, it's a constant. Alpha we have, that is also constant. 2 cannot be changed because it is not an arbitrary constant. It's a constant. It never changes. But alpha is an arbitrary constant. What is meant by arbitrary constant? Arbitrary constant means that it is a constant but can be changed. You can see that alpha value can be put as 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever you want. But you have to substitute only the constant. You can substitute alpha value pi, alpha value e. Any value you can substitute. But any randomly take any constant for alpha, that's what it is. Constant is changing there. That's what we can say, it is an arbitrary constant. So that for my convenience, I have to make cos 2 alpha t as 1, because I need to prove, I need to show that, or I need to find the value of integration from 0 to infinity sine square t by t square dt. So that's what I have to vanish term, cos term. So that's what I am going to take alpha value 0. I cannot take t value 0. I cannot take two values 0. So that's what I have taken alpha value 0. So left side what we have FC of alpha, that becomes FC of 0. So but FC of alpha, we already know that. What is that FC of alpha? FC of alpha is the given problem. That is FC of alpha is 1 minus alpha whenever alpha is 0. Whenever alpha value is 0, then FC of alpha is 1 minus alpha. So you can put 1 minus alpha. So 1 minus alpha, but alpha value is 0 there. That's what 1 minus 0 you can write. 1 minus 0. That value is 1. So that FC of 0 is what? 1. So pi by 2 into FC of 0. That is pi by 2 in the left side. Right side, cost value is 0. So that 0 to infinity sine square t by t square dt value is pi by 2. Hence we proved this one. See that? To evaluate he has given. So hence we found the value of integration from 0 to infinity sine square t by t square dt is pi by 2. Any questions, any term, any doubt, you can ask me. I came to the chat box. No doubt. Aditya V. Prabhu is telling no doubt. Tejas is no doubt. No questions? Indra Mohan, no doubt. Okay. So we can we move on to the next problem? Shall we move on to the next problem? If you have doubt, you can ask me. No questions. Okay. Thank you. Come to the next problem. Yeah. Next problem. Yeah. Show that. Next problem. Show that x e power minus x square by 2 is self-reciprocal under the Fourier sine transform. Is self-reciprocal under the sine transform. So here, what is meant by self-reciprocal? What is meant by self-reciprocal? See, self-reciprocal means what the given problem or the question, what we have, it has to resemble in the outset. That means what? The answer also in the form of a question. The function is variable change. The function is in the form of the question only. The answer also comes to the is a question only. That means what? He is asking for Fourier sine transform. So if you found the Fourier sine transform of this function, you will get same Fourier sine transform. Okay. So let us take that. That means what? Inverse Fourier sine transform and Fourier sine transform are same, not same, but function is almost same like. So then we can say it is a self-reciprocal. Okay. In so many ways we have studied in, I think in first semester or second semester, uh, in I think you observe that orthogonal trajectories. Have seen, I don't know, have you learned the subject orthogonal trajectories in differential equations in the last semester? I think applications of differential equations there self orthogonal. You see that self orthogonal means what? The curve is orthogonal to itself there. So the same family of curves are orthogonal to each other. That means what? The question what we have, same type of answer also comes. So then we can say self-orthogonal. Same way here also, it is self-reciprocal. Okay. Now let us start with that. He is asking Fourier sine transform. So what we have f of x, that is x e power minus x square by 2. We have Fourier sine transform. And the formula is what? Here there is no alpha theta, so that normally what we have the formula as it is written. Fs of u equal to integration from 0 to infinity f of x sine ux dx there, right? Now, in the place of f of x, I can write x into e power minus x square by 2 sine ux dx. So sine ux dx as it is, x e power minus x square by 2, it's a one term. Sine ux is another term. So you can say there are two terms, multiple of product of two functions we have. One is sine ux, another one is x e power minus x square by 2. Okay. Now, first function sine ux as it is. I'll write as it is. Integration of second function. So what is the integration of x e power minus x square by 2? What is the integration of x e power minus x square by 2? We have we have to do in a separate in separately, because it's a product of two functions there. If you want to integrate, you can apply either parts method or the substitution. I used a substitution method. In the place of x square, I have taken t. So that 2x dx, if you differentiate, 2x dx is dt. X dx becomes what? Dt by 2. So that e power minus t by 2 dt by 2 get. Because in the place of x square, I have taken t. So e power minus t by 2. X dx is dt by 2. 1 by 2 outside. So if you integrate e power minus t by 2, that is becomes what? E power minus t by 2 by minus 1 by 2, right? Because what constant we have, minus 1 by 2 comes to the denominator. Means what? You have to differentiate the function. After the integration, inside function has to be differentiated. After differentiate, what constant comes, you have to write it in the denominator. Same as it is, I have to return minus 1 by 2 in the denominator. 2 gets cancelled. So that minus e power minus, in the place of t, I have taken x square. So that minus e power minus x square by 2 is the answer for integration of x e power minus x square by 2 dx. So I'll write that. This is this much work you have to do. First function as it is, integration of second function, that is what we got, integration of x e power minus x square by 2 is what? Minus e power minus x square by 2. Okay, minus parts method I'm applying, right? First function as it is, integration of second function minus integration sign, whatever you got after the integration of second function, that is e power minus x square by 2. You just copy and paste here. You just put integration sign and copy and paste of this after the integration of second terms. So here it is. Copy and paste it. So now differentiation of first function, sine ux derivative. That is, u is constant because you are differentiating with respect to x here. So u constant, u cos ux dx. So you can take u outside, right? And if you apply the limit 0 to infinity for the first terms, e power minus infinity comes, because in the place of x only you have to substitute, because you are integrated with respect to x. So in the place of x, you put infinity, e power minus infinity, as you know, earlier I discussed, e power minus infinity is 0. So if you substitute infinity in the upper limit, if you substitute in the place of x, you will get 0. Minus lower limit. The lower limit, if you substitute sine 0, the first term sine 0, 0 into anything 0. So that for both upper and lower limit, it is 0. Next here, minus e power minus x square by 2 u cos ux dx there. That minus comes outside, so that it becomes what? Plus u e power minus x square by 2 cos ux dx there. Integration from 0 to infinity. Okay. Now integration from 0 to infinity e power minus x square by 2 cos ux dx, that is nothing but fs of u. Fourier sine transform, right? I hope so. No doubt, no questions. Okay. Now, fs of u becomes what? U times pi of u. I just name it as pi of u. That pi of u is nothing but integration from 0 to infinity e power minus x square by 2 cos ux dx. That is, in the place of that, I written pi of u. And let me call it as equation 1. Now, you have equation 1. That is fs of u equal to u pi of u. So I have taken equation 1. Pi of u you have. Now let us differentiate with respect to u. Differentiate with respect to u. So that pi of u becomes what? Pi dash of u. Okay. And if you differentiate with respect to u, already I told you, 1 minute, I'll come back. Hello? You're there? All of you there? Or sleeping?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 You have pi of u. Pi of u is what? Integration from 0 to infinity e power minus x square by 2 cos ux dx there. So that you are differentiating with respect to u. Why, sir, I'm going to differentiate this? That question arises. Because, listen carefully, you have integration e power minus x square by 2 cos ux dx. So there is no formula to integrate. If you have e power minus x minus 2x, you have formula, cos x, whatever it is. E power minus x square by 2, x cube there, x power 4 if you have, there is no formula. So we have to apply any other method is there. There is a method, call it as differentiation under integral sign. It is called Leibniz rule, somebody is telling, okay? So according to that, I am going to differentiate with respect to u on both sides. So it's a partial derivative. Pi of u becomes what already we used in the previous problems. You can check. If you have three variables also in the inside the function, inside the integral sign, three variables means what? Same variable, but in three functions you can see. Three functions. Of more than two functions comes, I can use this method also. So differentiate partially with respect to u. So right side integration with respect to u is there. Careful, you keep it in mind with respect to u. Okay. Integration from 0 to infinity there, e power minus x square by 2 constant, right? Because you're differentiating with respect to partialities. Partially means what? One variable constant, one variable. So e power minus x square by 2 constant as it is. Cos, so dx as it is. Cos ux is there because you are differentiating with respect to u, so that it becomes what? Minus sine ux, and you have to take x outside because x is a constant here. You are differentiating with respect to u. So minus sine ux, x outside there. Now phi dash of u in the left side. Right side we have integration from 0 to infinity minus x e power minus x square by 2 sine ux dx there. Okay, continuation of this integration from 0 to infinity sine ux as it is. The term minus x e power minus x square by 2 as it is, all right, dx as it is. Again, it's a product of two function. Again, it's a product of two function. I can make sin ux is one term, minus x e power minus x square by 2 is another term. So apply, what is that? Apply the parts method. Okay. First function, sin ux is the first function. Minus x e power minus x square by 2 is the second function. So first function sin ux as it is. Integration of second function. What is that integration of second function? Integration of minus x e power minus x square by 2. What is the integration of minus x e power minus x square by 2? We already know the substitution method. Okay. X e power minus x square by 2. But one more minus sign is there. That's it. The extra thing is minus sign here. That's it. So that if you integrate x e power minus x square by 2, if there is no minus sign, then the last answer is minus e power minus x square by 2. If you multiply by minus sign in the right side also, means what the last answer also multiply by minus sign. Minus into minus plus. So e power minus x square by 2 is the answer for e power plus e power minus x square by 2 plus e power plus minus x square by 2 is the answer for integration minus x e power minus x square by 2. Okay. So the answer for e power minus x into e power minus x square by 2 is plus e power minus x square by 2. Yes, we got. See that? Minus sign, integration sign, whatever I told you, whatever you got after the integration of second function, after the integration of second function has to be copy and paste. Yes, yes, I paste. Differentiation of first function, sin ux in differentiation is what? You're differentiating with respect to x, right? So sin ux derivative is plus cos ux, u is constant, comes to the outside, right? Like this. Now apply the upper limit as well as lower limit. Again and again I'm telling, last problem I think, last step also, the same type of thing as came. So you put in the place of x, upper limit infinity, so that e power minus infinity will come. E power minus infinity is 0, right? 0 into anything 0. Minus lower limit. In the place of x you put 0, sin 0 is what? 0. So if you put upper limit as well as lower limit, you will get 0. 0 minus 0, 0. Minus u is the uh, constant there because you are integrating with respect to x is there. So that u is constant outside. It comes to the outside. Integration from 0 to infinity e power minus x square by 2 cos ux dx there, right? Minus u as it is. So that the term 0 to infinity e power minus x square by 2 cos ux dx, that is nothing but pi of u, because we have taken earlier pi of u is this one, right? See that pi of u, we have taken pi of u is integration from 0 to infinity e power minus x square by 2 uh, cos ux dx. So that's what in the place of pi of u, in the place of 0 to infinity e power minus x square by 2 cos ux, I can take pi of u. So that pi dash of u is minus u pi of u. Pi of u comes to the denominator, so that it becomes minus u. You can integrate on both sides. If you integrate on both sides, we can write integration of pi dash of u divided by pi of u du. See, how can we write log of pi of u here? After the integration of pi dash of u divided by pi of u, how can we write log of pi of u? See, if we go for this one, you can see that integration dx by x, you can see that integration dx by x is what you always telling. Oh, okay, integration dx oh sorry, dx by x equal to log x. You're writing log x, right? Okay, here what we have here, we have dx means what? Differentiation of x by x. Differentiation of x by x, that is equal to log of the denominator. Log of the denominator. Integration derivative of x divided by denominator. Derivative of the denominator. Derivative of the denominator divided by denominator equal to log of the denominator. Means what? Differentiation of x divided by x. Here this one and this one are same. So that log of this differentiation should be in the numerator, and this x and this x should be same. So that log of the x, right? So same way I can write here. Here differentiation we have, okay, and the same function we have in the denominator. So you are differentiating with respect to u, okay. So therefore log of the denominator, what is that? Log of pi of u. It is equal to minus u du. You know what is the integration of u du? That is minus u square by 2 plus c. Log of u is there. So that u becomes what? Pi of u becomes what? By the logarithm integration, e power minus u square by 2 plus c. So we got finally pi of u value. That pi of u value can be written as e power minus u square by 2 e power c. So k into e power minus u square by 2, where k is what? E power c. It's not e power minus u square by 2. K is nothing but e power c. Sorry, you just make a correction while you're writing the notes. K should be e power c. Okay. Why k equals e power c? Because e is constant, c is constant. Both are constant. I can write one constant, call it as k. So therefore, you can call it as equation 2. We have earlier equation 1. We have earlier equation 1 here. Fs of u is u into pi of u. And equation 2 we have. Okay. Now, I need to get the value of k. So for that purpose, initial stage, what we are taking, initial condition or initial stage, always it is 0, everything. So that's what I can take u equals 0, put u equals 0 in the equation. So pi of 0 in equation 2, pi of 0, that becomes what? K into e power 0, because u value is 0. E power 0 is 1, so that pi of 0 equals k. So pi of 0 is k we have, but pi of u means what? Earlier we have pi of u. What is that pi of u here? Pi of u is integration e power minus integration e power minus x square by 2 cos ux dx there. In the place of u, you put 0 here. In the place of u, pi of 0 you'll get pi of 0 equals cos 0, right? Cos 0 value is what? 1. So that pi of 0 is what? Integration 0 to infinity e power minus x square by 2 dx. So that's what I have taken. In the place of u, if you put 0, you will get cos 0 value 1. So that e power minus x square by 2 dx. This is what pi of 0 value. But pi of 0 value we have k. So, but 0 to infinity e power minus x square by 2 can be integrated. What is the integration of 0 to infinity e power minus x square by 2? By substitution method. Already we have taken one substitution, that is called as t here. Here. We have taken x square as t. So that's what you take one another variable there, substitution. What is that? X by root 2 as s. Simply s I take. Why I have taken x by root 2 will come to know that. X by root 2 I have taken as s. If you differentiate, dx root 2 goes to right side, the cross multiplication, root 2 ds. S becomes ds, x becomes dx. So the limit also will change. Means what? Change means what? Same, but variable change. X equals 0 implies s is 0. If x is infinity, s is infinity. So that integration s from 0 to infinity e power minus s square, because x by root 2 is s. X by root 2 is s, right? If you square it on both sides, so that x square by 2 is s square. So hence minus s square. In the place of dx, I can write root 2 ds there. Root 2 comes outside. Integration from 0 to infinity e power minus s square ds. That is nothing but root pi by 2. where we studied this integration from 0 to infinity e power minus s square is nothing but root pi by 2. In beta gamma functions, you can check in the last semester, you can see that we proved that integration e power minus s square ds 0 to infinity, that is root pi by 2. We proved that. So by that reason, I can write root pi by 2. Root 2 here in the denominator 2 we have. So I can write root of pi by 2. Yeah, pi of 0 value is root of pi by 2. So finally we have root of pi by 2 value is pi of 0 value is root of pi by 2. But pi of 0 value again we have k. Pi of 0 value is again we have k. So pi of 0 value is root pi by 2. Pi of 0 value is k. So by that reason I can write k value is root of pi by 2. Now from equation 1, what is the equation 1? We have here we have taken equation 1. This is the equation 1. Fs of u is u pi of u. Now we have a pi of u value. What is that pi of u value? Pi of u value is e power minus u square by 2. Sorry, sir. Pi of u value. Pi of u value is root pi by 2 e power minus u square by 2. That is from equation 2, sorry. That is from equation 2. Where it is equation 2? Here. Since we have k value, what is the k value? We have root pi by 2. You substitute k value, that's it. Pi of u you will get. So hence we have pi of u is root of pi by 2 into e power minus u square by 2. Call it as equation 3. Now from equation 1 and 3. See that equation 1. Where it is 1, here equation 1. Okay. In this one, fs of u equal to u pi of u. We have pi of u value. Substitute here in equation 1. So that fs of u is u root pi by 2 e power minus u square by 2. Fs of u is nothing but Fourier sine transform f of x sine ux dx equal to u root of pi. There is a mistake here. Root has to come to the denominator also. It is not root pi by 2. It is root of pi by 2. It's not root pi by 2. It's a root of pi by 2. Make it correct that. So u into root of pi by 2 is a constant. Root of pi by 2 is a constant. So that I can write constant into e power u minus u square by 2. So therefore, you can observe that is it same as the given problem f of x? U e power minus u square by 2, what we got the answer. The question is x e power minus x square by 2. Both are one and the same. See that? It looks like same. So that's what f of x and fs of u are same. So that I can say, by that reason I can say it's a self-reciprocal. That's it. Any questions, any doubt, you can ask me. Feel free to answer or asking the question, asking the doubts. Any questions, anything not understanding, please ask me. Okay. 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 We'll stop presenting. I'll ask the now 46 plus 3, 49 are here, right? 49 only you have to answer. Okay. Nobody should come inside now. Okay. 46 plus 3, 49 is the attendance status today. More than that, if it comes, I'll check that. Okay. 46 plus 2, actually 48 now. It's not 46 plus 3, 48 now what we have. Okay, answer your